Okay, good morning. We'll start again. In the last classes, during our last classes, I was telling about article and journals. Okay, so if someone does some analysis, or if someone does some or acquires some knowledge on a particular topic, and it is not available commonly everywhere, then he or she will publish an article in a journal so that it will be presented as his paper or art on that particular topic. So the people like me and you can go to internet and access this paper, and we can easily, if it is needed to our study researchers, if that particular topic is needed to our research purpose, so we can refer his paper and understand what it is there. Okay, so already എനിക്ക് ഒരു കാര്യം അറിയാം, നല്ല ഡീപ്പായിട്ട് ഞാൻ പഠിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. So what I will do means I will write it as a paper and I will publish in a journal. Okay, so the people who actually ചിലപ്പം ഒരാൾ എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു റിസർച്ച് ചെയ്യുന്നതിന്റെ ഭാഗമായിട്ട് എൻ്റെ ആ ടോപ്പിക്കിന്റെ ഒരു ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ അയാൾക്ക് വേണമായിരിക്കും. So at that time, what he can do is he can come and refer that particular topic in the internet and understand that I have done so many studies, so he can easily grasp what it is there. ഒക്കെ ഞാൻ ചെയ്ത കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ അയാൾക്ക് പെട്ടെന്ന് മനസ്സിലാക്കി വെക്കുക. ജസ്റ്റ് അയാൾ ചെയ്യുന്ന സ്റ്റഡീസിന്റെ ഒരു പാർട്ട് മാത്രമേ ഉണ്ടാവും ഞാൻ ചെയ്തത്. സോ പക്ഷെ അതൊരു നോളജ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ ആയിട്ട് അത് അവിടെ ഉണ്ടാവും ഇന്റർനെറ്റിൽ. സോ ഹി ക്യാൻ ആക്ച്വലി കം ആൻഡ് റെഫർ ദാറ്റ് ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ ആൻഡ് ഇറ്റ് വിൽ ബി റിയലി ഹെൽപ്ഫുൾ ഫോർ ഹിം. സോ ദിസ് ഈസ് എ സാമ്പിൾ ആർട്ടിക്കിൾ. ലാസ്റ്റ് 2 ക്ലാസ് ആയിട്ട് ഞാൻ ആർട്ടിക്കിൾ ജേർണൽ എന്നൊക്കെ പറയുന്നു. സോ യു ക്യാൻ സീ ദാറ്റ് ദിസ് ഇസ് ആൻ ആർട്ടിക്കിൾ. So the journal is Elsevier. So in that journal, they have published this article. So what is the title of the article? This is something related to civil engineering. I don't know exactly what it is. The effective length of columns in multi-story frames. So it is something related to civil engineering. So this is the title of that. So these 3 people, A. Weber, J.J. or P. Shepard, K. Crothers. So these people have done some study on that particular topic and they have got some extra knowledge or they have done some analysis on that. So they are publishing it as their paper. So we can see that they where they are working. Okay, Weber and or are working in Department of Architecture and Civil Engineering, University of Bath, so United Kingdom, UK. Okay, then other 2 people, these 3 people are working in that particular college, and the last person, Atkin Design and Engineering, Oxford, UK. So these people learned something about that particular topic and published as a paper. Okay, so when it is published, it is received by this particular journal on January 2015, and then revision is there. They accepted on July 2050. After some 6 to 7 months, they accepted this article after so many revision and all. So from 24 August, it is available on online. So these are the keywords they have used. Something related to steel structure, multi-story frames, effective length method, buckling. So these are the keyword it is related to this. So without going deep into the topic, I can read the abstract and find out whether it is actually related to my topic. So we have abstract there. You can just read the abstract, so you will understand what this paper is about. Then it is goes on like this. So they have given some introduction, and so introduction is there. So there also some theories are there, effective length, some equations are there, something they have explained about frame stability, and some pictures are there, some equations are there. Okay, and after that study, they have given application where that can be used. So they have done some proposal. So if you do like this, you can build something like that. Some proposal they have made based on their studies, given some equations for they are proposing some equation for calculation and all. And finally, they have given a conclusion about that topic, and data access statement. All data created during this research are openly available. So you can go and check this particular uh, website and take the data, which is actually they used for their article. And then they have given some citation. While preparing this uh, article, they have done so many researches like this, so many paper they have read, so that from where they and all they have read, they have listed here. So this is an article published in a journal. So I have shown you this because last two classes I was explaining about this article and journal, etc. So I just shown you a sample article. So it will be having author name, where it is. So what is the title of that article, where it is published, author name, where they are working, when it is received, when it is published, then introduction, then what it is about, what they are proposing, what is the conclusion, and from where and all they have got data, that and all this article will be having. So I think you understood what is an article or in a journal. Now let us go to our syllabus. So in the last class, we were discussing about reading and comprehending shorter technical article from journals. We have seen what is shorter technical article. An article which is not less than, which contains less than 2,500 words and may include 2 figures or table and at least 8 references. They are called shorter technical article. We understood how to read and comprehend those shorter technical article. Then we have seen how to read or comprehending shorter and longer technical article from newspaper. That also we have discussed. And in today's class, we are going to discuss about topic like identifying various transition in a text. Identifying various transition in a text. And then there are 2 methods for reading a textbook or reading and understanding a textbook. SQ3R method and PQRST method. We will try to cover both the methods. Okay. So identifying various transition in a text. What is that? What is the meaning of that? Is transition means what? Transition are the words or phrases that help to leap the reader from one idea to another. They act as a signal that connect ideas and ensure that the sentence and paragraph flow together smoothly. So transitions are just word or phrases. This is a word or a phrases that actually help to leap the reader from one idea to another, or one sentence from one sentence to another sentence, or one statement to another statement. Okay, they are just a signal that connect ideas. Okay, we will directly go to one example. So here they have written one example. Susan spoke thinking of the right answer. Okay, Susan spoke. Okay, how means thinking of the right answer. So after thinking the right answer, she spoke something. Okay, so that is the sentence. Susan spoke thinking of the right answer. So with the transition, you can write like Susan spoke only after. So that is the transition word which we are used. Susan spoke only after thinking of right answer. So now if you go and refer the definition, transitions are the word or phrases that help to lead reader from one idea to another, or one sentence to another sentence, or one statement to another statement. Okay, so here it was something like Susan spoke. Okay, that is the one idea, and thinking of the right answer. That is one sentence which supports the first one. So by using transition word, we can write like Susan spoke only after thinking of the right answer. So these words and phrases commonly used for introducing example, give direction, tell where the paragraph going to end and hold the sentence together. So for these places, we can use this transition. We can see one more example. This is the example. Michael didn't have enough money to buy his mom flowers. He wasn't old enough to get a job. He felt sad on Mother's Day. Okay, so this is a three sentence. There are three sentences. Michael didn't have enough money to buy his mom flowers. That is the first sentence. Why he didn't buy his mom flowers? The reason is second. Okay, he wasn't old enough to get a job. So reason is the second sentence. He don't have a job to get the money to get his mom a flowers. That is the second sentence. And third sentence is he felt sad on Mother's Day. So since he don't have job, he didn't have enough money to buy his mom flowers. So he felt sad on Mother's Day. So these are three sentences which have some connection between each other, but it is not directly connected. Okay, we will read, if we are writing it with transition, we will read how it has become. Michael didn't have enough money to buy his mom flowers because one transition word is added. He wasn't old enough to get a job. Because, so it is connected. Okay, first, second, and second sentence are connected using a word because. And nevertheless, he felt sad on Mother's Day. So one more transition word is added. So that we understand the flow of sentence, and the sentence got connected together. So these are called transition words. Okay, and now we will go to most important topic of today's session, SQ3R method and PQRST method. So SQ3R method, it is a method which is used to learn from a textbook or an article or some papers, etc. So you also can follow this method while you are preparing for your exam or when you are doing your engineering. So what is this SQ3R method? So SQ3R is a comprehension method named for its 5-step survey, question, read, recite, and review. So last 3 R together, they are mentioned 3R. Okay, SQ3R. The 3R means read, recite, and review. So these steps you have to understand clearly, because this, if you follow these steps, you can easily learn your subject easily. And then also one more thing, if you learn by using these steps, you will not forget this the topic which you have learned by using these steps. Okay, so if you follow these steps, you won't forget the topic which you have learned. That is the important thing. Okay, so survey, question, read, recite, review. So that is SQ3R or SQRRR. So this method is introduced by Francis P. Robinson, an American education philosopher. We will see what is this SQ3R. So whenever you are reading a textbook or an article, you have to follow this. The first one is survey. Okay, so when you are reading something, do not directly open the textbook or article. Just read casually. No, do not follow that method. First, what you do is, first you survey it. Survey is something like skimming. എന്തായിരുന്നു സ്കിമ്മിങ്? നമ്മൾ പണ്ട് പഠിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. We are just focusing on the idea of what it is written there. That is called skimming. So survey or skimming. Okay, you can substitute that word also. SQ3R. There instead of S survey, you can write skimming. Both are correct. Okay, survey means do not read as you open, read from the beginning as you open the book or article. You just survey it, or you just focus on the important idea. Okay, we will read that one. One should resist the temptation to read the book. Instead, first go through a chapter and note heading, subheading, and other understanding features such as figures, tables, and summary paragraph. Okay, so നമുക്കത് പെട്ടെന്ന് റീഡ് ചെയ്യാനുള്ള ടെംപ്ടേഷൻ നമ്മൾ അവോയ്ഡ് ചെയ്യണം, അല്ലേ? അത് അവോയ്ഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് എന്താ ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്? ഫസ്റ്റ് ഗോ ത്രൂ എ ചാപ്റ്റർ. ഫസ്റ്റ് ഗോ ത്രൂ ഫസ്റ്റ് ചാപ്റ്റർ, or take one chapter and go through that chapter. Just note down the headings, subheading, and other understanding features such as figures, tables, summary, and paragraph. So just open a textbook, just take the first chapter of your textbook. Just go through all the heading, subheading, and images, figures, tables, and the final summary. First you have to do that. ഓക്കെ, നമ്മളൊക്കെ ഒരു ടെക്സ്റ്റ് ബുക്ക് എടുത്ത് എന്താ ചെയ്യുക? ഫസ്റ്റ് അത് ഓപ്പൺ ആക്കി അത് ആദ്യം മുതൽ അങ്ങനെ വായിച്ചങ്ങ് പോകും, അല്ലേ? അപ്പോൾ അങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യാൻ പാടില്ല. വി ഷുഡ് നോട്ട് ഡു ലൈക്ക് ദാറ്റ്. വാട്ട് യു ഹാവ് ടു ഡു ഈസ് യു ഹാവ് ടു സർവേ ഇറ്റ്. ഹൗ ടു സർവേ? ജസ്റ്റ് ടേക്ക് എ ചാപ്റ്റർ, read the heading, subheading, and then you go for some figures, tables, and summary paragraph. This survey step takes only 3 to 5 minutes, but it provides an outline or framework for what will be presented. Okay, assume that you are going to read the first module of this subject, professional communication. Okay, you have a small textbook. So you open the textbook and first you just check the syllabus. You will understand what are the topics there. Then you go through the first module, note down the important headings and subheading, and in case if there is any figures, tables, and all, that you just note it down before going to read that particular chapter. Okay, once after surveying, you just prepare questions. Generate question. Okay, second point is question, SQ3R. It is actually SQ3R method. First S is survey or skimming. Second is question. Q is for question. Generate question about the content of the reading. Okay, so generate question. Why you are learning? What is this topic? Okay, so there is an easiest method. What is that easiest method? For example, convert heading and subheading into questions and look for answer in the content of the text. Okay, what is the easiest method? You just, after skimming or after surveying, you know the important heading and subheading. So you turn this important heading and subheading into questions, and then you just search for or look for answers in the content of the text. Okay, that is about question. And general question may also be formulated. You can formulate general question also. What is that general question? What is this chapter is about? Okay, what is the first module about? We know first module is about vocabulary building and about some basic grammars of English. Then what question is this chapter is trying to answer? So this chapter is trying to practice you some of the basic English grammar and asking you to focus on vocabulary. How does this information help me? So if you go improve your vocabulary, you can increase the reading speed. You will understand the text better. If you know the grammar, it is very easy for you to write some letters or some article. So this will help you like that. So this question step will take another 3 to 5 minutes to complete. Okay, first you have taken your first module, then you are going through the important heading and subheading of that first module, and if there is any figures, tables, and also you are reading the summary of the first module, then you are preparing questions, important questions in that module. Or you can prepare general question like this. Better you go for important questions. Okay, convert the subheading and heading into questions. That will be better, I guess. Then here comes the step, read. The first R of 3R. It is read. Use the background work done with survey and question in order to begin reading actively. So already you have gone through the complete module and you know the important question. So based on that question and survey what you have done, start reading. This means that reading in order to answer raised under question. Okay. So you have to keep in mind that important questions what you have written already. Then based on this question, you just read the text or paragraph or article. Then clear one by one questions and understand the answer for that. So this means reading in order to answer raised under questions. ഓക്കെ, സോ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്ന സമയത്ത് ഉണ്ടാക്കിയ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ്റെ ആൻസർ ആണ് നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നത് ഓരോ സ്റ്റെപ്പിലും റീഡ് ചെയ്ത് എടുക്കുന്നത്. നെക്സ്റ്റ് വൺ ഈസ് റിസൈറ്റ്. ദ സെക്കൻഡ് ആർ ഓഫ് 3R ഈസ് റിസൈറ്റ്. The reader should try to retrieve from memory what was learned in the same manner after us telling someone else about the information. So how to recite? So once you have read it completely, or a chapter or a heading or a subtopic, something like that. So you have to retrieve from memory. Memory നമുക്കത് തിരിച്ചെടുക്കണം. എങ്ങനെ എടുക്കുക? So you are like something you are explaining this to some other person, second person, about what you have learned. Okay, so I have learning about some I'm learning about some misspelled words or active or passive words what I have done during my first module. So what you have to do is you have to just retrieve from memory. You have to take it from memory what you have learned during that misspelled words or active or passive voice. And then you are what you are doing, then you are remembering it like to someone else, to a second person, you are explaining these things. Okay, just memory നിന്ന് എടുത്തിട്ട് വേറൊരാളോട് പറയുന്നത് പോലെ തന്നെ നിങ്ങൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു, അത് റിപ്പീറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നു. So it is important that reader should use his or her own words in order to formulate and conceptualize the material. Okay, he has to prepare in his own words, not in the text word. Okay, you are not by hearting or something. First you read the topic and understood what it is there. Then what you are doing is you are remembering each point like you are explaining it to someone else. That how it is done, you are using your own words for this purpose. Okay, try recalling, identifying major point and answers to the question from question step. Okay, so you just do this, and then the final R is review. Once you reach the end of the passage, end of a heading or subheading, say back to yourself what the point of whole passage is again. Use your own words. Okay, so what is the meaning of that complete passage again? You just review it. You can review in different manner. You can review like whether you got answer for your question that you have prepared during question session. You can review like that also. Okay, so I was telling like SQ3R method. So it will be really helpful for you. It will be really helpful to helpful when you are learning your subject in engineering. So SQ3R method means S is survey or skimming, and Q is questioning, Then R is read. Then second R is recite. Third R is review. Okay. So when assume that you are opening the textbook of professional communication that already with you, you are just just not reading as it is from the first paragraph. First, you are going to go through. First, you will go through all the heading, subheading, images, etc. So once you go through that, you are preparing important questions related to that subheading or heading, etc. Or you can prepare some common questions like what is the chapter is about, what is the paragraph mean to say. Like that, you can prepare some common question also. So then you are reading the topic. So how you are reading? You are reading in such a way that you are going to find out the answer for the questions you are prepared. നിങ്ങൾ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ആൻസർ സെഷനിൽ പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്ത ക്വസ്റ്റ്യന് ആൻസർ നിങ്ങൾ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ സെഷനിൽ നിങ്ങൾ പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്ത ക്വസ്റ്റ്യന് ആൻസർ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് റീഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ദെൻ യു റിസൈറ്റ്. Okay, you whatever you read in the third step, you just recall from memory as like you are explaining it to some other person. Okay, so that is called a reset. And review, once you've done all this, you just review it, whether you got answer for all the question, whether you are understood the passage completely, so that you review. So that is one of the method even you can follow while reading your textbook or article. SQ3R method. Next one is PQRST method. This is another method. So if I explain, you will see that it is almost similar to SQ3R. There is no much difference. Here SQ3R also you have 5 methods. Okay, survey, question, read, recite, review. Here also you have 5 part for that. PQRST: preview, question, read, summarize, and test. Okay, so it is based on the work of H.A. Robinson, Spache and Berg, and R.P. Robinson. The PQRST method is aimed at helping students to assimilate the information learned in the textbook into long-term memory. Okay, so better നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഫോക്കസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് SQ3R മെത്തേഡ് കുറച്ചും കൂടെ ഈസി ആയിട്ട് അധികം ടൈം കൺസ്യൂം ചെയ്യാതെ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്നതാണ്. So mostly it is used for article, reviewing article and all. And also it can be used for reading your textbook. But for reading the textbook, the most preferred method is PQRST method, so that you can remember this in long-term memory. So if you read a module in this format, PQRST method, you will be remembering during your semester exam also. So there is no much difference between SQ3R and PQRST. It is almost same. So instead of survey or skimming, we have preview. So preview means it is same as survey or skimming. So understanding the overall subject matter offers a valuable framework for what to come. Begin with skimming. So they are also doing skimming, okay, through the chapter, starting with the introduction. Read headlines, section introduction, examine figure, and review end of chapter summary. So both are same, okay? Survey, skimming, and preview. All three are same. So in this all three method, we are going through the important idea of the module or idea of the chapter. Headlines, session introduction, figures, chapter summary, tables, etc. So either it is survey or preview, we are focusing on this. So it is very important. So you just take the first module and then you go through the module, go through each heading, subheading, figures, etc. That is very important before learning what actually there. And then second method also same, question. So there also we had a question. After conducting preview, take a minute to consider the purpose of the chapter, what you're supposed to learn, write your questions down for easy reference. So both are same. Okay, so after conducting preview, what you have to do? You have to note down the important question, why you are learning this module or why you are learning this chapter, that you have to write it down. Okay, so third point also, it is almost same, read. There also it was read. But here, in that case, we were just focusing on answers to the question. In the SQ3R method, we were focusing on answers to the question. But here, what we are doing is read it slowly with the goal of absorbing meaning and connecting new material with other ideas and topics. So we have to go through all those points. We have to slowly read the topics. We have to connect it with new material with other ideas and topic, because sometimes if you are learning maths or professional communication, you may have to connect it with something you have learned during your first semester, maths or life skill, some subject. So when you are learning this new idea, you have to connect it with those topics which you have learned long back. So read slowly with the goal of absorbing meaning. So first you have to absorb the meaning, and then you have to connect it with other idea and topic. Okay. Feel free to underline and highlight as you go, but you use restraint. You can underline and highlight. Then do not take notes during this step. No need to write anything during this step. Okay, read through the entire session, referring back to the question you came up with during previous step. Okay, read through the entire session, referring back to the question you came up with during previous question session. Okay, so you have to slowly read the textbook. Then understand the idea or observe the meaning, understand the idea, connect it with the previous ideas and topic. Then you can underline and highlight, but do not take notes this step. In between, you can go back to the previous step and read the question paper to refer. Then summarize. So once you complete the reading process, you can summarize. The summation process can include everything from answering your questions, make a list of key concepts and paraphrasing the main point in your own words. Okay, it is something related to recite. Okay, it is something related to recite. So summation process can include everything from answering your question, making a list of key concepts and paraphrasing the main points in your own words. So you can check that whether you found answer for all the question which has listed during your question session, and then you can note down the important point. Also, you can paraphrase. Okay, you can write in your own words. You can convert the sentence in your own words. That is what about summarize. The last one is testing. Now it is the time to really see what you have learned. It is something like review the last SQ3R method. Review any notes, reread the chapter, summarize, and consider how it fits together. Then again, you review your notes, reread the chapter again, reread the chapter summaries, and consider how it fits together. Okay, so PQRST, review, question, read, summarize, and test. Okay, so for example, you are learning a topic from engineering mechanics. Okay, first you take the module, first chapter, first module. You go through all the heading. First you go through syllabus so that you will get all the heading. Then you go to the textbook, go through all the heading, subheading, figures, tables, etc. So that is about previewing the textbook. Then you make important question. So questions are we are already providing through question bank. അത് നമ്മൾ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് പ്രൊവൈഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടല്ലേ question bank. So question bank is already staffs are uploaded in Linbase. So the questions are with go through that questions. Then third step is read. Now you start reading the textbook for each points, understand the points and connect it with the previous idea if you have any idea. Like that you read. In between you search whether you because the question in the question bank you have questions in an order, okay, from the starting to ending. So one by one you check whether you got answer for that particular question, that you can check. Okay, so after reading a particular heading or session, you just try to summarize that session, note down some important points, then paraphrase something, convert, write it in your own words, remember what you have learned, that you summarize, and finally you have test. Okay, you can review the note, you can read the chapter summary or topic summary and consider how it fits together. ഓക്കെ, ഇതൊക്കെ ഈ ക്വസ്റ്റിനും ആൻസറും ഒക്കെ എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഓരോ ടോപ്പിക്കുമായിട്ട് റിലേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നതെന്നൊക്കെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ചെക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. Okay, I think you all understood PQRST method and SQR method. Even you can practice. Search in YouTube, you will get lot of videos on SQ3R method and PQRST. Many are suggesting this method to students for learning your topic. I also personally feel that this is an important topic. You can follow to learn the subject easily, so that you won't forget these topics. You will be remembering this topic for a long time. Now I will show you another paper, another article which is written by somebody. Okay, so what is the heading of this topic? A comparative study of PQRST and SQ3R strategies based on the text type upon the 8th grade student reading competency at SPM for Singaraja, something like, okay, Singaraja means a place in Indonesia. So what these people did is, 3 people, they have compared PQRST. I am explaining this just to understand what is an article in a journal, okay, nothing related to our syllabus, but we have learned 2 topics, SQ3R and PQRST. So what these people, that is these 3 people, what these 3 people did is, they have just compared PQRST and SQ3R because almost they look similar, and based on some 8th grade, based on the knowledge from 8th grade students, and they have done in some school or something. Okay, so ഇവർ 3 പേരും എന്താ ചെയ്തത്, ഇവർ 3 പേരും കമ്പയർ ചെയ്തു PQRSTയും SQ3R മെത്തേഡും. ബേബി ഒരു ടെക്സ്റ്റ് ബുക്ക് കൊടുത്തിട്ട് ഒരേ ടൈപ്പ് കുട്ടികളെ സെലക്ട് ചെയ്ത് അവർക്ക് പഠിക്കാൻ കൊടുത്തു. ആരാണ് ഏറ്റവും നല്ലോണം പഠിക്കുന്നത്, ഏത് മെത്തേഡ് ഉള്ളവരാണ് ഏറ്റവും നല്ലോണം അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, അങ്ങനെ ഒരു മെത്തേഡ് ആയിരിക്കും ഇവർ ഫോളോ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടാവുക. And then they have prepared a paper like this. You can see that how abstract. This research is aimed at investigating whether or not there is a different effect between PQRST and SQ3R strategies based on text type upon 8th grade student reading competency. And if you go through the text, this one, they are comparing this theoretically and practically also. So if you go for PQRST implementation, could simulate students' prior knowledge, could make them more active and thoughtful in getting values of textbook, and could improve their reading comprehension. Additionally, PQRST strategy provide a process that makes the student to remember the material easier, because the process of understanding the textbook occurs repeatedly. So they are suggesting PQR methods is most important for when you are going for textbook reading. Okay, I just want to show you a paper, something related to what we have learned this class, that's all. Okay, now I will take the attendance. Just a minute. Okay, Ardra Anil.
Present, sir.
Abhijit K.
Present, sir.
Abhijit KP.
Present, sir.
Abhijit KP. Okay, Abhirag.
Present, sir.
Abhin VK.
Present, sir.
Aditya V. Advaita R.
Present, sir.